Okay, so we are going to today take up exercise 3.4 and statement question we'll take up. So question 2 says form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solution if they exist by elimination method. So we have to form linear equation for these problems and then you have to solve by elimination method, but they have written find their solution if they exist. So if the solution doesn't exist, then we won't have to find the solution. So in which case the solution will not exist? Anybody can tell me? Very good. If we form the pair of linear equation and we find that they are either in the category of no solution or infinite solution, then you will not be able to solve by algebraic method. So we'll say there doesn't exist any solution. So we'll leave it there. But because these are mostly statement question, hopefully all solutions are possible. Chances are there that you can get other type also, no solution infinite, but I think so here all will be possible solutions are there. So we'll start with the first one. These types of question we have done in the previous exercise also. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, the fraction reduces to 1. So if I add 1 to the numerator of a fraction, which I'll assume, and then subtract 1 from the denominator of the same fraction, it will become 1. And the second equation, it will become 1, it becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. So we don't do anything with the numerator, but add 1 to the denominator. So what is the fraction? So whenever we have such thing, so you know what we have to do. So I'll go back to the page where I have to write. So we are doing today question 2 and first part. So we'll say let the fraction be x upon y, right? Whenever there is a fraction question, you take x upon y. That will be easy way to do it. So first, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, it will become 1. It is written in that, right? So I'll show you the statement again. Go back to the statement. Yes, you can see. If we add 1 to the numerator, subtract 1 from the numerator, it becomes 1. And then if you do only 1 to the denominator, if you add, it becomes 1 by 2. So the second equation will be, but before we do the second equation, what we have to do, let's simplify and make a linear equation out of this because still it's not looking like that. So I'll cross multiply this x minus 1 will multiply with 1, and here in the denominator is 1, so 1 is multiplied here. So now we get here x minus 1 y is equal to minus 2. This is our first equation. Now second, numerator as it is, but we add 1 to the denominator. So if we add 1 to the denominator, it becomes 1 by 2. It's written in that. You can see if we add 1 to the denominator, it becomes 1 by 2. So this will again will cross multiply and try to get the two equation. So I'll do the rest part here. So cross multiplying we get 2x is equal to y plus 1. So 2x minus 1 is equal to 1, and this is our second equation. So what you will do, I leave it up to this. First equation formed, second equation formed, solving part with the elimination method you will do it, and as I told you earlier, always write the answer in statement. Like here you have to write the last whatever answer you get, you write therefore write the last answer in statement form. Therefore, fraction is equal to whatever you get, that you have to write it in a statement form. So that will be the correct way of putting the answer. Right? Any kind of doubt? Anyone? Understood everybody? Right. So now next we move to the next question. "5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. So, how old are Noori and Sonu?" So, there's two persons, Noori and Sonu. So, 5 years ago, Noori was 3 years old as Sonu, but 10 years later, she will be only, I think so, she will be twice as old as Sonu. So, their age. So, what I'll do? I have to consider, let the age of Noori and Sonu, present age of Noori and Sonu, X and Y. So, that's the first statement we'll do. Take a new page. Question 2. Second part. Let Noori's present age equals to X years and Sonu's, yes, you can speak with it. Little louder, beta. I can't hear what you're saying. What happened? What happened? What was the problem? Screen was not presented. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Okay. So Noori's present age we have taken X years. Sonu's present age we have taken Y years. So according to question, according to question, 5 years ago they are saying. So once they are 5 years ago, so from the present age, both will be 5 years less. So this will be the 5 years ago Noori's age, this will be the 5 years ago Sonu's age. So in that case, what they are saying, 5 years ago, Noori is equals to price of Sonu. So we'll multiply Sonu's age with 3 and that becomes equal to Noori's age. So we have to just simplify and try to make a linear equation to variable the proper type. So this is minus 10. I hope it's correct now. So this is the first equation, you can see. This is 10 here. This is 10. Now second equation, this is Noori's age after 10 years, Sonu's age after 10 years. So she will be twice as Sonu. So again we'll open the bracket and simplify to get our second linear equation. So first and second linear equation we got it. First one and second one. Now what you do? You have to solve them by elimination method, get the value of X and Y, and final answer Final answer, you write therefore final answer, you write therefore Nouri's age, whatever you get, write it. Okay, and Sonu's age, whatever you get it, write it. So final answer should be in statement form. How much? Yeah. Okay, Nouri is 50 years old and this is 20 years old. But this will come after you solve. You can't directly write it. There are a lot of things you have to solve it. Oh no, I'm saying the other student. You can't directly write because I have written, so you'll say, okay, sir, I have written, so I'll also. No, you have to solve them properly, get the answer of x and y, and then last answer is this, right? So I think so. We can move to the next question, next part. Okay, this one is 3 by 5. Okay, this is 3 upon 5. So again, don't write directly, solve it and make the answer. Now next is digit based question, very important, digit based question. The sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 9, right? I'll explain everything. So now just we read the question. Also 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of digit, find the number. So we have a number which is having two digits and the sum of those two digits is 9. But the original number, if you multiply by 9, that will be equal to twice of the reverse order number. Now what is this reverse order number or the original number? This all I'll talk now. So we have a two-digit number. So question 2, third part. See, whenever we have two-digit number, how the two-digit numbers are formed. Let us now see. Let us say I have a number 38. Now if I have to make 38, I cannot write this as 3 plus 8 because 3 plus 8 will never give you 38. This everybody knows it. So if I want to write 38, then I cannot write like this. So what I have to do, I have to write 30 plus 8, right? Not 30 into 8, it's 30 plus 8. Then only you get 38. So what the rule says, this you have learned in your junior classes, place value and face value. I hope you remember that one. So whenever you have, let us say we are taking two-digit number, unit digit and tens digit. Whatever tens digit number is there, tens digit value is 3, you multiply by 10, and unit place digit you multiply by 1, and then find the sum of this, you will get the number, right? So unit place digit, whatever is there, you multiply by 10. Sorry, tens place digit, whatever is there, you multiply by 10. Unit place digit, whatever you have, multiply by 1, and then add, you'll get this one. If it is a three-digit number, so whatever, let's say this is a three-digit number. So whatever digit is there in the 100 place, you multiply by 100. Whatever digit you have in the tens place, you multiply by 10. And whatever digit you have in the ones place, you multiply by 1. And if you add, you will end up getting the original number. So that's the way we form the number. So same technique will apply here also. So whatever I've explained you, the same thing I'm going to apply here. So because this is a two-digit number, so what I have to do, I have to take, assume what is a unit digit, which is a 10 digit. or I can write it like this also, that let the number equals to 10x plus y. Now what is 10x plus y? Here this x represent the tens place digit because I am multiplying by 10, and y represent the unit place digit because I am multiplying with 1, we don't have to write. So this is the number I have formed in this way, indicating this is 10, this is unit. Now according to question, they are saying if I sum the digits, only just take the sum of the digit, it is 9. Like there was a question, the example which I took 38, and somebody asked what is the sum of the digit. The sum of the digit is 11. That means the digit 3 and digit 8 if you add, you get something else. That is called sum of the digits, right? So here sum of the digit means x plus y is 9. This is our first equation. Let's see the second equation. Okay. So the first equation is sum of digit is 9, so that we have done it. 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of digit. So what is reversing the order of digit? I'll explain here. Now if the digit tens place digit is x and unit is y, so if I reverse it, the y will come in place of tens and x will go in place of ones. So number will get reversed. So, so 9 times the first number, original number we say, 9 times the original number equals to twice the number obtained by reversing the order of digits. So this is the reverse order, where in place of x I have written y and then in place of y I have written x. So reverse kar diya. So this is new number now. Suppose I have a 38 number and if I change the thing, it's 83. It's not 38 now, it's 83. So same thing, the number changes and it's 2 times, they're equal. So now what I have to do, I have to further simplify to make another equation. So that gives you 90x yeah. So this 2 and this comes here, it is 88x is equal to, if you subtract minus 11y is equal to 0. Why minus 11y? Because this 20 when come here become minus 20. So 9y minus 20 gives you minus what's called y. So this one we can further divide every term by 8 and we get a little more simplified equation. Where is 11? Ah, 11, not by 8. So we divided by 11, this one also and this one also, we get this second equation. So if you take the first equation, second equation, directly add them, y will cancel. So that is also elimination method. Directly add them, y will cancel. The value of x will come. And so x will come as 1 and y will come as 8, I think. So last line you write here, therefore the number is equal to, if it is I think so x will be 1, so number will be 18. How I got the 18? Because x is the tens place value, so I will replace here with 1, 10 and then y will be 8. So if I substitute here, I will get 18, or simply I know that x is tens place, so tens place में 1 लगाओ, into में 8 लगाओ, number वैसे ही बन गया, right? Any doubt? Any kind of question you have? Query you have? Okay. Well, so we'll move to next part, next question. So next question is this. Fourth part. Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes only. Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received. Very fine. So she is getting 2000 rupees in the form of rupees 50 notes and rupees 100 notes. Total notes are 25, but how many are 50, how many are 100? This you have to find. It's very simple question. So let's go back to our page. Part. So we'll write like this. Let the number of rupees 50 notes is equal to X and rupees 100 note is Y. So rest I'll keep it as it is. Now, according to question, total number of notes she got is 25 from the cashier. So जितने notes मिले थे उनको count करके 25 notes बनते हैं. Now next, suppose you have a wallet. You have a wallet. In that wallet you have 6 rupees 10 note, right? And 3 rupees 50 note. So how much money do you have total? In your wallet you have 6 notes of rupees 10 and 3 notes of rupees 50. In total how much money you have? You have 210, because 10 rupees of 6 note means rupees 60. Rupees 60 and 3 notes of 150 means 150. So if you add 210 rupees will be there. Same thing I'll do it here. So if there are 50 notes of X, so that means the total money for 50 rupees is 50 into X, and for 100 it is 100 into Y, and the total money is 2000 rupees. It's written in the question. So that gives you a second equation. Now what we can do, we can simplify the second equation. You can see we can divide each term of this second equation by 50. 1 is left here, 2 is left here, and 40 will be left here, and that is our simplified equation. So we can regard this as equation number 2, and this equation 1 and this equation 2 directly you can write one below the other and subtract. X will cancel, Y will come. So finally you write the answer, because I am still saying that I am directly writing the answer for you, but you have to calculate and find the answer. Here right, therefore rupees 50 notes equal to whatever you get, and rupees 100 notes whatever you get, you write it. The answer will come. Right? Any kind of further? Yes, anybody saying something? Y means this one. 100 rupees. 100 rupees note is coming 15. Okay. I think this will be the answer. So you can tally it when you solve it. So any kind of doubt, further queries if you had? No? Okay. So now move to the next topic, next question rather. Yes. Yes, you're audible, but let me 1 minute. Let me check my volume because I volume is less. Yes, now you can tell. That time I was not able to hear you. Now it's clear. Okay. So there's one more question. This one. A leading library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and the additional charge for each day thereafter. Sarita paid rupees 27 for the book kept for 7 days, while she paid rupees 21 for the book kept for 5 days. Find the fixed charge and the charge for each extra day. So obviously there are two type of charge. One is the fixed charge which includes 3 day fee. Means that if you take a book and you keep for 1 day or you keep for 2 day or you keep for 3 day, you have to give that fixed charge. But thereafter, fourth day onwards, you have to pay per day. Some rate is there, so accordingly calculation will be done. So 27 rupees for 7 days, 21 rupees for 5 days. So what is the charge and charge for day? So let's start the question. This is question 2, and I think so. This is the fifth part. So let the fixed charge equals to, I think so. When I use my pen for a longer duration, it creates some problem. I don't know what the reason. Use text and charge per day is equal to by sorry. So now according to question, when somebody kept book for the 7 days, so out of 7 days, the 3 days is X, which she paid the money. So out of 7 days, remaining are the 4 days. So she has to pay in terms of Y, and then 27. This is our first. Anyway, then second is somebody paid for 5 has to pay rupees X and 2 days extra. Why 2 days extra? The 5 days, 3 days is already taken care, and only 2 days extra was there, which she has to pay as extra money, extra fee. So two equations are ready here. Okay, so you'll be able to find x and y by elimination method, and then final answer, you'll write it here. It comes. Therefore, fixed charge कौन सा? हाँ हाँ अभी सेंड करता हूँ। नहीं अभी तो मैंने सिर्फ लिखा है, गूगल क्लास में बनाया नहीं मैंने सब उसको टाइप कर रखा है। हाँ नहीं मेरे पास मैथ्स का है सर, बाकी को नहीं पता नहीं किसके पास है। मेरे पास तो मैथ्स का ही है ना, तो मैथ्स का ही बना सकता हूँ। और वो भी मैंने क्या किया, अभी सिर्फ टाइप ही मारा है, तो गूगल फॉर्म में डाला नहीं, क्योंकि गूगल फॉर्म में मैं अपना बना दूंगा, कोई दूसरा तो एक ही जने बन के टाइप मारेगा ना। मैं तो मैथ्स का दे देता हूँ, और मैथ्स का टाइप है, किसी ने अगर बनाना है तो देखो। हाँ बेटे, सो Ben is creating problem now. Fixed charge okay, and charge per day. Which one? Yes. What you are asking here? Therefore. So I hope you will solve it, and all the questions here you do it yourself. I have shown you how to do it, but it's recommended that when you practice these all questions yourself without seeing my